Very good morning, dear students. Hope you are safe and sound. Dear students, today I am going to restart the chapter Nazism and the rise of Hitler, and there are 4 very important questions that would be described today. So, dear students, first question is, Poland became the laboratory for experimentation of racial utopia. Justify the statement. So, first point is division of Poland and exile of Polish people. Students, you know that how Hitler did all the things through proper planning. So he used Poland as laboratory of his experimentation. First, Hitler divided Poland in 2 parts. Northwestern part of Poland was included in Germany. Polish people living in that area were forced to leave their property, to leave their home, and to leave their lands, and German Aryans occupied those things and became owner of the property of Polish people. Second point is general government. So people of Poland and Jews were forced to live in eastern part of the country, and eastern part of the country was called general government. After leaving their home and properties behind, Jews and Polish people came to the way where they were persecuted, humiliated, and ultimately massacred. Next point is murder of Polish intelligentsia. So Polish intelligentsia like scientists, historians, doctors, philosophers, and teachers were killed so that development of Polish people could be stopped and seized for forever. Next point is incorporation of Polish children. So Polish children who looked like German Aryans were snatched forcibly from their mothers and raised in German families. Eastern part of Poland, known as general government at that time, had become grave for Jews and hell for Polish people. So you can understand how Hitler used Poland as laboratory for experimentation of racial utopia. Next point is, how did Hitler train and utilize youth in Germany? Next point is control over school. Hitler know importance of school and education to shape mind of young generation, as German society had been divided into desirable and undesirable population, In the same way, students in school were also divided in 2 sections, desirable and undesirable. So children were first segregated and divided. German and Jews could not sit together. Jewish teachers were also restricted from German schools, and children were taught to hate Jews and worship Hitler. Next point is Jung Volk and Hitler Youth. Very important point. So 2 youth organizations, namely Jung Volk and Hitler Youth, were given responsibility to educate German youth. Every student aged 10 years was supposed to enter in Jung Volk, where they were taught to condemn democracy and worship war. When students became 14 years old, they were admitted in Hitler Youth, where they were given mental and physical training. Next point is labor service and army. So when they became 18 years old, they had to work in construction of roads, hospitals, schools, and bridges, so that they could be physically and mentally fit and strong for the nation. That service was called labor service. Understood what was labor service? After that, they had to serve in armed forces of Germany. Next question is, what was the Nazi cult of motherhood in Germany? So women did not have equality, respect, and dignity in Nazi Germany. Children were taught in their early age that women were inferior to men, so they had to serve men and remain at home. So first point is women inferior to men. Second point is purity and abstinence for women, as were also taught to be aggressive and strong, and girls were taught to be pure and characterful. Girls were also told to stay away from Jewish people. If any Aryan woman was found to have any kind of relation with Jewish men, her head was shaved and her face was blackened and she was punished in public. Next point is reward and punishment. So women who bore physically fit and handsome children were given favored treatment in hospitals, shops, theaters, trains and buses. But those women who bore unfit, weak and physically ugly children were punished. Hitler also encouraged women to produce more and more children. A bronze cross. Okay? A bronze cross. So a bronze cross was given for 4 children, silver for 6 children and gold for 8 children. Now I am going to describe question. Write 3 peculiar features of propaganda used in Nazi Germany. So first point is use of poetic language. You know that Nazi and Hitler are very famous for using poetic language. Hitler had coined many beautiful terms for mass killing of Jews and disabled people. The terms special treatment and final solution were used for mass killing of Jews. The term euthanasia. The term euthanasia was used to kill disabled people. The term disinfection areas was used for gas chambers where Jews were brought for killing. Next point is use of media. Hitler also used print and electronic media for propaganda. Propaganda films were also produced to create hatred for Jews and undesirable. The most infamous film, The Eternal Jew. Okay. The most infamous film, The Eternal Jew, is the best example of propaganda film produced during that period, in which Jews were mocked and humiliated. Next point is hatred against Jews. So Hitler very successfully created hatred for Jews and undesirable among German people. He used to refer Jews as rat and as pest. As a result, Nazi party used hatred of German people to make Hitler stronger and stronger. If I say that hatred was the only fuel that drove Nazi on the highway of German politics, I won't be wrong. So dear students, I hope that you understood all the points and I hope that you have understood how Hitler became powerful and which dirty tricks were used by him. So thank you. Bye for now. Khuda Hafiz.